Hey everyone, Garbage here. So, just a few days ago, the open beta for Battlefield 2042 finally went public, and so I've put a couple of hours into the game just trying to get my first impressions and see how I feel about the game. And one thing that I noticed right away is that Battlefield is doing something that's kind of unique, especially compared to other games that sort of occupy the same niche. So, listen to what's going on when you're just walking through the map in Battlefield. You're hearing vehicles, you're hearing footsteps, you're hearing the grass crunch under your feet. You can hear gunshots and explosions off in the distance, the wind, people's voices, and in general, the whole scene just feels very alive with lots of different sounds going on. And then compare that to a similar scene in Call of Duty Warzone. It sounds a little bit different, doesn't it? Except for some small gun sounds, vehicles, the sound of you putting in an armor plate, you're mostly hearing silence. Or here's another example. Listen to what happens when you get shot in Call of Duty. It's loud, it's punchy, it gets your heart beating, it's scary. Now compare how it sounds like when you get shot in Battlefield.
A few sectors left before the Russians.
It's pretty different. It's subtle. The sound of you getting hit is almost too quiet, like it's getting drowned out by all the other sounds in the game. So why do these games sound so different? Well, my hypothesis for what's going on is that in games like Call of Duty, the goal of the sound design is to create a cinematic experience. If you watch a lot of Hollywood movies, then you've probably come across a situation where characters are talking, but it's really quiet, and so you have to turn up the volume to hear what they're saying, but then half a second later, an explosion goes off and it completely blows out your eardrums, and so you have to turn the volume back down. And the reason why you're having to do this is because the quiet sounds like talking are very quiet, and the loud sounds like explosions are very loud. There's a large dynamic range in Hollywood movies. And the whole purpose of this is to direct your attention to certain parts of the film. Maybe the talking isn't so important, but the explosion is important, and so it's very loud and it grabs your attention. And I think the same thing is happening in games like Call of Duty Warzone, where the goal is to direct your attention to certain things. For example, if you hear a precision airstrike going off in the air, the game wants you to pay attention to that. That's why it's so loud and easy to hear. Or if you're getting shot, the sound is very loud and in your face because the game wants you to know that you're getting shot. And so there's two parts to it. There's the utilitarian and competitive aspect of it, where the game is simply giving you information about what's going on in the game so that you can take the appropriate actions. But the other part of it is to create a very emotional experience. When you get shot in Call of Duty, it's scary. You start running towards the nearest piece of cover, and that is completely intentional. On the other hand, in Battlefield, you still have these tense moments, but nothing really sticks out to grab your attention.
Over. Hold on! Need ammo!
And the reason why I think this is happening is because Battlefield is trying to do something different, which is they're trying to create an atmosphere of chaos. The whole point of Battlefield is that you are a soldier in a large-scale battle. There's planes and tanks moving all around the map. There's shooting from all angles. You've got gunfights and just general chaos that you would expect if you're in the middle of a large battle. And that's why you hear so many different things, constantly being bombarded with all this audio information from all directions because it's meant to be chaotic. And I think that also explains why oftentimes the guns in Battlefield don't sound as punchy as the guns in Call of Duty. If you do any kind of work with audio, one of the first things you learn with digital audio is that the waveform of the audio cannot exceed a certain limit before the audio quality starts to degrade. And in Battlefield, because there are so many more sounds going off all at once, everything has to be just a little bit quieter so as not to exceed that limit. And what I'm finding is that this kind of sound design approach is kind of unique to Battlefield. When I'm playing games like Apex Legends or a lot of other games, I'm noticing that they all sound fairly similar to Call of Duty, where you have certain sounds that are very loud and attention grabbing, but pretty much everything else is just dead silence.
Next ring's far. You lot aren't getting tired, are ya?
And here's the thing, I think both Call of Duty and Battlefield have phenomenal sound design, but I'm really enjoying this new experience that I'm getting with Battlefield. Like, I have never really experienced anything quite like it before. It really helps to differentiate it from other games. And I'm kind of hoping that other games will take a similar approach in the future. So here's my question. What do you think about Battlefield's unique sound design? Do you like it? Do you hate it? Do you think that it's effective in selling this whole idea that you're in an actual battlefield? Or do you think that it would be better off taking a more Call of Duty approach? Feel free to let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Anyways, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and bell for more gaming content. I stream on this channel every once in a while as well. Links to my Discord and Twitter down below. And as always, have a nice day.